What is going on, everybody? Hold on. There we go. What is going on, everybody? Hope you all are good, all well. I know I said I would start at 2. I'm deciding to do it 10 minutes earlier just so this way everyone could kind of roll in. It is the most on average day of the year. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I figured again, let me start 10 minutes early. This way, everyone who wants to come in can come in. Rich, good to see you, bro. Thank you for stopping by. I see that Rudy, he was in here. He may still be in here. Who knows? We will find out in a few. But thank you for leaving comments and stopping by, bro. Um, yeah. So let me start by saying scent of the day today is one of my absolute favorites. Chanel Allure Homme Sport Oh Extreme. I'm kind of dressed the same way. Hey, Floral. Hey, Lily. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the birthday wish. I appreciate it. Let me know your sense of the day down below. Again, this one is mine. Figured let me go with my favorite designer of all time, in my opinion. Something simple. I do have dinner around 3 to 4 that I'm going to be going to. So that's why I wanted to just get everybody in here right now. First of all, thank you, Yara. I appreciate you. Those who haven't had a chance to see yet, me and Yara did a collab video a few days ago, a few videos ago even, and it was amazing. It's one of my like more popular videos in the last couple of months, and the views and hits are just racking up, you know? Uh, grrr, been meaning to stop. No, I appreciate it. You know, whenever anyone stops by is fine with me as long as you come at all. You know, I appreciate it. Rich, Sunday the day is to back. That was going to be something that I wore, but I decided to just make it a little simple since I'm gonna be kind of chilling, steak dinner, nothing too crazy, little surf and turf. Let me just, go with one of my absolute favorites today. Not that tobacco isn't, but I just want to, clean Tonka minty, The rest of the unaverage bureau. Yeah, it was a good watch. I mean, a lot of people really enjoyed it. The feedback is awesome, and we're gonna have more bong bing bong. What's up, Caboose? Appreciate you stopping by. Um, minus the tea. So speaking of tea, we might be having some spilt today. Yes, it is my birthday, but I'm not just giving out praises today. I will be giving out some gifts of my own in the form of criticism. And some people might not like me afterwards, but as I say, you got to be cool to be kind. You got to tell it like it is. You know, CK, I was waiting for you, bro. Happy birthday, belated birthday. Yesterday was your birthday. Today is mine. Shouts out to all Capricorns. I'm just kind of waiting a few more minutes just for everything to roll in. We will get this show on the road really soon. Dr. Med Style, I appreciate you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Anyone who hasn't yet, let me know your sense of the day. Yeah, I believe Rich really love tobacco. I love tobacco. I mean, it's a really good fragrance. I don't love tobacco more than rosé personally, but it is still a really good fragrance, especially for the fall. And yes, I always got to keep it a buck, CK, because at the end of the day, I actually respect what I do. A few people do too. There are still a few channels, but at the end of the day, if I'm over here recommending stuff for you all, I want to make sure that everything is on the up and up. Everything will make you feel just as good as I feel recommending everything. Um, Vanille Haban, interesting. I have not smelled that one yet, but that sounds amazing. I have tried or not that I've tried, but I've smelled Noir Femme on a few women, and Floor, you smell absolutely amazing. I could recommend that for sure. Happy birthday, Colin. Hope you had a sweet one. Thank you, Caboose. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm laying low. Just gonna, like I said, go to a have a steak dinner in a few. So that's another reason why I wanted everything to kind of be scheduled. Yeesh. Hope you get better, Dr. Med Style. Vicks Vapor Rub is, I used to wear that a lot, and it used to end up not being, the best of times for me. That's part of the reason why I don't really like eucalyptus type fragrances and everything. What's up, Stacks? Great to see you, bro. Yes, definitely. Shouts out to CK. Great subscriber of my channel. I absolutely appreciate everything that he's done to support me. So I have to just constantly keep saying it, not just because he's a Capricorn, but because he is so on average. Thank you, CK. Happy belated birthday. Yesterday was your birthday. So, you know what? Honestly, right on, Joe. I know I get honesty from you, Rudy. Yes, all great channels, including one I am Joey Cannoli, who always keeps it a buck. Great channel just for anything, not just fragrance related, but if you just want honesty, period. Ooh, okay, that's an interesting combination. Definitely. Capricorn moons are really good. I believe, like I am full Capricorn, like I'm Capricorn moon. Capricorn is my sign. Like I w- I wasn't an average one for sure. So uh yeah. So yeah, I'm glad everyone is here. I appreciate the turnout so far, and I'm sure we will get some other people coming in. Today I am here to discuss my at least first part video. Of course, there's more. I don't have every fragrance that I've tried from reviewers in the YouTube realm, but I have about 14 total, 7 and 7, one honorable mention, one dishonorable mention. So go ahead, grab your Sour Patch or whatever snack you want to. Let's go ahead, get into this. I'm going to start. I don't know. Y'all let me know really quick. We still have a few seconds. Should I start with the ones that I do enjoy or the ones not so much, or should I mix and match? While y'all are deciding that, I will go ahead and have a few of these really quick. Take a water swig and Blind Fury, great to see you. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a few Sour Patch. Y'all let me know on which way y'all want me to start with the negative, the positive, or mix and match. All right, we said save the best for last. Did you mention scent of the birthday? Yeah, my scent of the birthday is Chanel Sport Extreme because I'm going out to have some dinner in a few. I'm having a steak dinner in a little bit. And this is just one of my favorite fragrances, especially favorite designers of all time. It just makes sense. It's sexy, it's clean, it's casual, it's whatever you want it to be. Fits what I'm dressed for. Yeah, Stacks at Work was a great part of the 24 hours. Mix it up. I'm gonna give it a few more seconds. See, this is why I started early, just this way I could get this feedback. Do. Nice steak dinner, hell yeah. Yeah, just I'm probably gonna go for a New York strip personally. Filet mignon is my cut of choice, but today I'm just trying I don't eat a lot of beef, so I'll just go ahead and get something like that with some shrimp and just some vegetables, trying to stay lean and cut. You know, I do enough with my Sour Patch Kids. I don't need to have much more than that, you know. Um I tried Navitus, Joe, the one Dallas did with them. And yeah, that one I have not tried yet. There is some Navitus in here. Absolutely. There is a little bit of everything for what it's worth. So I will be getting to cauliflower steak. That sounds interesting. Something I've tried a lot of things with cauliflower, ribeye on the bones. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. I have that one. I have my steaks for different situations. Like traditionally I'll have a filet mignon. Every now and then I'll have a New York strip. Ribeye tends to be if I'm on vacation of some sort. Nigel, thank you for stopping by. Everyone who hasn't checked out 2 Cents Worth channel, check this channel out below. Check out Stacks right here. And check out Rich Mitch's channel. Nope. Check out The Burrow, Nerdy Fragrance Reviews, Hills and Yara. And most importantly, because it is criminally underrated, y'all need to check out Channel 69. They're dropping videos left and right. Great content all around. Super chat from Juan to get this thing kicked off. I appreciate you, bro, for stopping by. Check out Fatboy Fragrance Reviews channel and store. The man makes decants. Some of his decants actually helped make this video. So I appreciate him even more because without him, this video would not be possible. So speaking of, hope you're doing well, Juan. Let's go ahead and let's get this show on the vote. I'm going to just do the honorable and dishonorable mention first. Honorable mention is one from the House of Kerosene because it's the one that started it all. He is the first YouTuber to ever release a fragrance. And in general, I'm saying the House of Kerosene because for the most part, everything he's released has either been unique, really good, just amazing. Some of my personal favorites. Whoa, Taffy J. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. My wish came true the second you showed up to watch my video. You didn't have to do this, but I appreciate you. Absolutely. Thank you so much. It really means a lot just for you stopping by. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. But yes, so House of Kerosene will be my first recommendation, and it is just the whole house as a whole. Really good house. Dishonorable mention, I think y'all know where I'm going with it. It's in the dishonorable just because I still need a little bit more time with it. I don't fully understand it, but I know it's not something I enjoy. It is something I cannot recommend. It is from the house of Michael MALUL. This is from GentsScents. And this is the Jet Black Enigma. This is a fragrance that does come off very much so like Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP mixed with a little bit of Mont Blanc Legend Night because I get a heavy dose of that tonka bean. But it's both fragrances you could get for under $40, $50. Jet Black is going for at the cheapest 80 and at retail 100, somewhere around there in the 100. Just and it doesn't really perform that well. It is better. It is better than all other Michael MALUL fragrances. They used better materials, but in my opinion, that is a dishonorable mention. You're better off spending your time, your money, your efforts in actually just getting those other fragrances, you know? So honorable mention, House of Kerosene for his originality, being the pioneer, the original one. Dishonorable mention, GentsScents Jet Black Enigma. Yes, it is better than other Michael MALUL offerings, but at the end of the day, it's still a clone of something else. Whether you feel that it is Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP, or you feel it is uh Mont Blanc Legend Night, it just doesn't do it for me. And for a lot of people, it just doesn't do it either. There's like an Abraxan bomb. It's very synthetic. It still has some of that alcohol kick. Yeah, it's a no. It's a no. Save your money, look elsewhere. Now that I've done that, we're going to get into the first fragrance, which will end up being the least of the worst. You get what I mean? It's the best of the worst. Not that it is the absolute worst. It is the one that I would still consider getting a bottle of, and it is from one Zaharoff brand. I really just feel that this fragrance is a fragrance that just, in my opinion, really, it was lighter, it was fresher, it was more of a white floral take, and that probably already gives it away. It just, I felt, I didn't feel the need to buy it. I felt more of a need that anybody who liked this reviewer should have just gotten the bottle themselves. So that is why I did not get it. Um, Yo, what's up, Solano? Great to see you, bro. Uh, well, both those. Well, I have both of those. Looks like I'm saving. Yes, exactly. I just feel like there's better options on the market than Jet Black. But uh damn, get well soon, bro. Get well soon. Um so yes, the least of the worst to me is Zahar's Business Over Pleasure. It is a good fragrance. It reminds me of Dior Homme Eau, and I did appreciate Dior Homme Eau. It is discontinued too, and Zahar's Business Over Pleasure has sold out. But in my opinion, it was just a fragrance that I felt other people who are much more of a like supporter of Ross should have gotten that to enjoy themselves. No, Rudy, and you know it. Come on. No, it is it is not good. It is the best from MALUL, but it is still not good, especially for the price they're charging. It's just $80. Come on now. $80 at the cheapest. You could get either one for much cheaper. Joe, yes, I am using the Elgato Wave 3. There is a difference between the 1 and 3. I got the Elgato Wave 3 with the fully all the functions and controls and the soundboard and everything else within it. Yes, Elgato. It's a really good mic, and I'd recommend this to anybody who's looking to start streaming, even over the Blue Yeti. I mean, Blue Yeti's a little bit cheaper, but Elgato Wave 3 is better. Well, there are some that I'm a fan of, but I could understand why some people don't appreciate it, but we will get into that in a little bit. Yeah. Number 6 for me is Zahar's Business Over Pleasure. Good, not great, not the worst thing in the world, but the next of the least favorites, another one that I would still maybe get one day, possibly. And I haven't tried the other fragrance from this review. It might be included next time. But this time we are talking about from one Mr. Smelly, Naughton and Wilson Bon Vivre. And this fragrance is a fragrance that, in my opinion, is just a really classic citrus type of fragrance. You know, it's very much an English gentleman type of fragrance. There's a little bit of florals, a lot of lavenders, and some like cypress going on in here. It is good. Yeah, Zaharoff Tobacco is a banger. It won't be on this list because no YouTubers made it, but Zaharoff's Tobacco is really good. So you found this similar to the one. My bad. I was like, no, you're good. And actually, I have to give credit where credit is due before I stop myself. Rudy is the one who pointed it out to me. And then after going back myself, can easily say that it is that. But Rudy is the one who made the breaking news revelation, if you will. Check out his channel, Time to Musk Up. Amazing content. gives you everything across the board, not just fragrance reviews, but like different decanting tips and how to like stop spillage. The man deserves more subscribers, absolutely. So check him out right there. Back to Naughton and Wilson. It's fresh, doesn't really last that long. It's pleasant, but it's a little too traditional, old school, overseas Brit type of style for me, even. At least with business over pleasure, there was still a little bit of a playfulness. This is much more serious and dapper. It's good, but it doesn't last. I wouldn't be upset if I didn't have it. I still gotta try Gravitas. I have not tried Gravitas at all. I tried this though, and shouts out to Mr. Cal. Where you at? Shouts out to Mr. Calvin. I appreciate you for stopping by. I hope you are well. I can't wait for you to get some Jordans so this way we could compare and just compare and contrast each other, and we'll both wear Jordans together. How's that sound, Mr. Calvin? But thank you for stopping by. Don't worry about me. Don't have to plug me. Oh no, I plug everyone. What's a wolf without his pack, you know? Do you like any of Steven's brand? Well, I'm going to be getting into that slowly but surely. There's a bunch of them here, so stay tuned, Solano, because that is going on. Can't wait. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Rudy. So that one, Naughton and Wilson, good, not great. Fresh citrus, traditional, doesn't last long. Now we have the fragrance from Steven, but it's not his brand necessarily. Rest in peace to Carlos from Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. This is a fragrance that I do own. I have it more at this point for nostalgia of knowing Carlos, but it's a weird one. That's kind of what people have said. Times I like it, times it's like okay, a little weird. There's some notes in here that are different. It's good. Could have been better. And it is from Redbrook Parfums. You know, that seaweed kind of throws it off. It's a pleasant tangerine note, but like that patchouli, seaweed, chocolate, pink pepper, spicy thing it has going on. At times, I feel a little bit of like Tom Ford's Black Orchid because the chocolate is pronounced on me. But as a whole, thank you, Rudy. I appreciate it. As a whole, I just feel this is more so for the people who knew Carlos, in my opinion. I cannot recommend this just on a whim to anyone, even though people want to buy into the hype of like, you know, Redolescence, Carlos Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. I cannot recommend this to everyone. This is not a safe blind buy by any means. By any means. It has this tangerine note that is pleasant. It is good. I cannot say that it is the best tangerine in the world or the most authentic. It is a really premium tangerine, but to ever declare yourself, yeah, I mean, it's sold out, but still, people will blind buy it through Macari. People will blind buy it through the Facebook groups. And without any actual content or everyone just saying, hey, it's great, without being critical in any type of way, you know, everyone will just buy it and people will be upset. And of course, because it's sold out, it will fetch, you know, the $100, $120 that this did cost retail, if not more. So I just want to make sure that there is enough constructive criticism. I like it, but by no means can I actually recommend this fragrance without knowing that the person actually likes fragrances and really into more the artisanal type of, you know, deeper, darker sides of things. This one is not a safe blind buy. It does last. So for that, I'll give it. But as a whole, it is what it is. So Redbrook Parfums. Now we have some that this is where I leave you, if you will. This first one is from the Navitus brand. And this one is Imperial. This is one of Steven from Redolescen's recent releases. This is a fragrance that I felt I was going to enjoy the most, and I did. It's a really good. It is a good, not even really good. It is a good. Bought like 3 Redbrooks. Better off buying a hooker. Yeah, I mean, at least it'll end with a happy ending. Roger Dodger. So this fragrance, Imperial, was one of like Steven from Redolescence recently released it. Navitus Steven is the creative director for. We know the deal. This was the best of his 3 new releases, in my opinion. I thought it was gonna be. It kind of gives me a little bit of this like chocolate brownie type of vibe, a little bit of like leather situation. There is a coffee pronounced note. Thank you, Mike, for making sense. Makes amazing fragrances. Check him out. Check his channel out. Just a great guy in general. Making sense or makingsense.net. Great stuff. Thank you. You didn't have to, but I appreciate you. Hey, y'all. Hey. Shouts out to Hills at the Barrel. Like I said, nerdy fragrance reviews. Check her channel out with Yara. They make great content. Nope, sold most of the bottles pretty easy, down to 1. Well, you're fortunate, Juan. Imperial is good. It lasts, but it still wouldn't be like one of my first choices as just any YouTuber as any fragrance. I cannot sit here and say, hey, if this is going to be like one of your first 5 bottles you purchase, get this. You know, there is like a sense of a like synthetic vibe that I'm getting from it. But gotta block somebody. Hold on. So I hope that was it. Hi, at work randomly saw a birthday boy entering. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Like I said, it really means a lot. But Imperial performs. It's nice. One of the better Navituses, even. I still have a few others that I'd recommend before this. One of them is on the list. Another one of these I will say for a part 2 if you all like it. So that is what I will be waiting for, but it is what it is. Amongst the 3 releases from Steven recently, that is Imperial. Number 2, which means this is the second worst one in my opinion. 2828 is the timestamp for number 2, and I'm saying that because I'm writing these down so I could go back later. We have 1 Navitus Away. Yeah, I got the synthetic note from all his releases. See, so it's not just me. I'm not trying to be mean here, but at the end of the day, I gotta tell it like it is. Navitus Away, in my opinion, should have just went away. And it's spelled differently. It's not like AWAY, it's AWEIGH. This is supposed to be like a gourmand citrus type of tropical fragrance. There is a coconut note. It does come off suntan lotiony. It does come off a little bit like you're eating maybe like a lemon pound cake on the beach while drinking a pina colada. But those who know me know that that is not my thing. And really, it is still synthetic. It's synthetically done, in my opinion. You know, there's a fragrance by Comptoir Sud Pacifique called Mage d'Orient that I really enjoy. And if you check out the video I did with Yara in the unAVERAGE Burrow part 2, I gave her that. She enjoyed it. I've given that before. I've recommended it before. I'd recommend something like that. Not that that smells carbon copy like this, but they are hand in hand similar with a lot of what they do. And that is much better and cheaper than this. Away still goes for a lot. Should have went away. I'm just saying, I am just saying. The coconut was such a disappointment. I just think that the 3 releases as a whole were, in my opinion, I will save that for number 1. And so, speaking of number 1, and we are at the 30-40 mark. Number 1. This this fragrance actually made me mad. I had to try it, and it angered me. Hold on. It angered me. I literally growled when I had it on, and I had to scrub it off, and I had to end up smelling one of Making Sense fragrances that has a amazing watermelon note. Those who know. I had to smell that for an hour just to calm down. I mean, I was growling. I was like, I was grinding my teeth. This fragrance made me angry, and it smells like a more synthetic, not as well executed version of a fragrance later on in this list, but also of a lesser version of Alexandria Dose, which is all right. Just got called to fix some streamlines. Thank you, Stacks. Have a good one. This fragrance I cannot recommend in any capacity, no matter what. Navitus is EMBLAZE. This fragrance is very woody, leathery. It tries to have a coffee note. It's synthetic. It's animalic. Not Danimalic. Danimalic is an amazing person. Animalic. And this fragrance is just disgusting. I tried to scrub it off. It lasted forever. Good job for that. But that's the gift nobody wanted. We need more growling, Joe. Maybe later on in the birthday or in the stream, I'll do like one more for sure. But it left me feeling upset, like, and I don't know why. Not that I was just wearing it; it just actually awoken, just the bad parts that I did not appreciate of fragrance. It just wasn't good. Yes, exactly. It brought out the Mr. Hyde, the Incredible Hulk, if you will. The it just I I cannot recommend any of the 3 releases, in my opinion, that Steven has released recently from Navitus, but I especially will not recommend that. I'd recommend you get Alexandria 2. I'd recommend you get the fragrance that I will list later that kind of does some of the stuff. Like there's a cardamom, there's a coffee, there's leather. It tries to have this booze. It tries to have this oud with like earth tones to it. And I have to stop talking because it's almost working me up again. And then I'll have to go back to Mike's fragrance. I've said my piece. The 3 Navitus fragrances from Steven, I can't recommend. But if I had to recommend one, I would recommend Imperial. So those are the ones, in my opinion, that were the least favorites that I've tried so far. Again, there's a lot more YouTuber fragrances that I haven't tried. Maybe next time I'll get some Kerosenes in the mix. It's my birthday. Let's get this more positive. I mean, come on. I'm around my family for sakes. I will not fight you, Mr. Duck. I hope not. So, see, and this is just how, I'm not here trying to troll. I could be critical and honest. One of the better Navitus fragrances coming in at the 6th spot, which is basically my least of the recommendations, but it's still better than everything else in my opinion, is Crème Impériale from Navitus. This was the CJ City fragrance. You know, in my opinion, there was a somewhat pleasant but synthetic tart plum note. It was kind of there. It could have been there more. They had like this like iris kind of white floral thing going on. Still can't see Mr. Duck's comments. That's unfortunate, Mike. But in my opinion, this reminded me a lot of this. This is Armani Code Absolute. It had like a champagne fizziness, you know. It had a creamy, like almost Tonka vibe about it. It was good. It was not great. And really, if you're going to get this, in my opinion, just get this. But at the same time, I'd recommend this over all the other Navituses that I had just listed a few minutes ago. Crème Impériale, done well. Good for the fall, good for the spring. Kind of good for the winter. It could be a little cozy, you know, unisex because of that plum and the like florals. It is unisex, but I've had some women say they recommend it more on a man. Good job, CK. I haven't tried your other release, but Crème Impériale is a solid offering. You know, it is very solid. And that was maybe about 34 minutes, and I'll put that timestamp around there just so I know. Coming up next is one from it had to happen. I mean, I can't make this kind of list without some sort of Jeremy Fragrance video. We are double. Sure, neither has blocked the other. Rich on Mike, so strange. Right. It's the case of who's done it at this point. But going to my fifth fragrance, I would say that some has said that this is the best from the line. I still have not tried Office for Men. Again, I will save that for later. But today we are talking about Black Tie. I have to admit, it's not as synthetic as I thought it would. It is synthetic, sure, you know. But it is still a well-done version. It kind of reminds me of Mont Blanc Explorer. I do enjoy Mont Blanc Explorer, the black leathered one, not the blue one. Stefan, great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Fragrance one, which I did get from Juan, so I appreciate you for the alley-oop here. He also, unfortunately, provided me the 3 Stephen Navituses and the Naughton WILSON Bon Vivre, but I appreciate you anyways. Thank you, Juan. Fragrance ones. It's a pleasant, earthy citrus. I got some, and I'll never buy an influencer's cologne again. Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel you on that mid style, which is why people who actually do reviews and make videos and make content like me, like Joey Cannoli, like Making Sense, like Fatboy Fragrance, they gotta follow the standard like that. Be honest, be critical. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is, because at the end of the day, it is you all as consumers that are going to suffer if you just buy it off of a whim. I can't see Michael's comments around Rich Mitch. Fragrance one is okay, totally overpriced. Completely agree. It is overpriced, and it's not going to be one of the first ones I recommend. But I'd still absolutely recommend this over the Navitus by all means. I'd recommend this before the 3 Navituses that I mentioned before. I'd recommend this before the Michael MALUL, Redbrook. Business over pleasure, kind of, sort of. It just wasn't my personal vibe, is why I like this and appreciate this a little bit more. It lasts. Again, it smells like Mont Blanc Explorer, which smells like Aventus, which smells like Sauvage. They all kind of fall under one thing. Exactly. Maybe one day. I know especially the best time to get these are whenever he's doing his bundle deals. That would be like the only time I recommend it. Smells like none of the notes that were given. It smells green blue scent like a green. Yeah, exactly. And it kilo, dang, you took it back. $400, absolutely not. I do not recommend anybody paying more than like $70 for this. And it can happen. There's been times where I almost thought about getting it, but I still hadn't tried it yet. Now that I've tried it, if I can get it for that under 100 mark, I will. Kind of like still thinking about EMBLAZE just really worked me up, you know. Where are we at now? 4034. Now we're getting into like the middle of the pack for my recommendations. Unfortunately, this is sold out though. But I'd still recommend this if you have a chance to get it. It is a solid purchase. It is from Zaharoff. It is Brass and Soul. This is an ode a little bit to the 90s. There's like this juniper freshness, citrus. There is a gin note that provides like an effervescence in there. It says it has this thing called a Bushman's candle. I'm assuming that's where some of the additional earthiness comes from, aside from like the petters. It's good. It doesn't last, but it is a call to the 90s. Kind of gives me a little bit of a more casual version of what Naughton and Wilson would have been, which is why I have this more in the recommendation side, or a more modern version. Naughton and Wilson is more of like a 80s to 90s, where this is like that 90s to 2000. Those I am December 27th, 1989. So this hits a little bit more home to me than something like Naughton and Wilson. The nature of German products and history have always been simply a class. They tend to maximize their efforts. Right. I mean, I know that there is a sense of precision and quality in them, and that's why I'm not knocking it. But if we're talking about like I had to sit here today with all the fragrances that I have tried so far, I cannot uh try 1989. Do you mean from Histoires des Parfums, or what do you mean? Let me know. Uh, I think Norton and Wilson has done the best job. He he's I haven't tried Gravitas, so keep that in mind. Ken Shaving, and everyone gives Gravitas like the most acclaim. It's bound to be good. It is good. It's not great, but it is definitely a solid release. And among these YouTuber influencer fragrances, it is my personal one. So frequently comes simple. Yes, it is simple. This has a little bit more complexity, but they're almost two of the same. Um, but bound to be typos. Simple, classy. Yeah, this fragrance, Brass and Soul, doesn't really last the longest. Solid, good, not great. If you could find this for 120 or under, even 140, I'll say, just somebody trying to maybe get their money back, it's worth it. Anything else, I still cannot recommend it. As much as I love Zaharoff, as much as I love the brand, I mean, at the end of the day, it's sold out anyway. So really, you're almost patting somebody's pocket, not George's. But it's good, not great. Good job, Justin. Congratulations. Your fragrance sold out. Great. Good release. Love the concept and the design with the whole music case, but there's still other fragrances I would rather have or recommend before I'm going to sell, I think. Hey, do what you gotta do, bro. You know, I know you're not a fan of them, so which means you're not gonna be a fan of this next one. 44 minutes. And we are talking about the final of the three Z creators. That was my personal favorite. I was one of the first ones on board with it when a lot of people were still unsure. I saw what this could have been and knew that for the winter time, this was going to be a beast. Shouts out to Andrea. This is the Siren. And this is the fragrance that, in my opinion, EMBLAZE wanted to be. You know, this does a lot. This is a coffee, boozy, leathery, earthy, animalic type of fragrance that also has, like, a lot of the notes are very similar. There isn't an almond accord to it. There isn't uh like a pronounced cognac, but there is like a sense of chocolate. It tries to have that chocolate woodsy, uh, patchouli, cardamom thing going on with both of them. This is just done better. This blend is better. You feel like a badass when you wear this in the winter. She buys her subs. I'm not here to confirm or deny that. That's not what this video is about. She has been around for a minute. Can I say she has? But whether she does or doesn't, she made the best fragrance out of the 3Z creators. And this fragrance lasts a decent amount of time. I'm getting a good, like, 6 to 7 hours of like actual projection with it then staying on my skin for a solid almost 12 hours. It is a good fragrance. Juan, I know, I'm sorry, but listen, it's not number one. It is not number one. And actually, really, at this point, these three are all a matter of taste. They could easily be number one. But in my opinion, none of these are like the absolute safest either. There is a daring quality about the three of them. But somebody had to be ranked number 3. Somebody had to be ranked number 2. Somebody had to be ranked number 1. Doesn't necessarily make it the absolute best, in my opinion, especially since I don't have any Kerosene at the moment, because that, in my opinion, would have been number 1. But, Captain, thank you. I appreciate you. Also, I love that you're honest. Somebody's got to be, the Joeys hold it down. Juan holds it down. Mike holds it down. Scent Assault, also another great channel. Shouts out to Patrick for reaching 1,000 subs. We got to hold it down, because if we're not honest, then why are we even making videos? Aside for entertaining ourselves and entertaining people. But Siren, good fragrance. Much better than EMBLAZE from Navitus, that I feel they were trying to copy what they did and what Alexandria 2 did. And when you try to multitask, sometimes you just miss the mark on everything. You're either a master of one and a jack of all trades, or a master of none. And in my opinion, the Navituses were a master of none. This knew what it wanted to do, knew what it wanted to be, and it did it much smoother. So for that is number 3. Number 2, 4803. Number 2 kind of hits home a little bit, because at the end of the day, it is, many of the YouTube videos are nothing more than free bottles for advertising. Exactly. Let's take it back to simpler times, not just because that's before things were just for advertising. This reviewer was actually, I believe, the second fragrance reviewer to have their own fragrance. Okay, that is really big. Behind Kerosene, this reviewer came out with his fragrance, I believe, the second one. And he is a friend of mine, yes, but that doesn't change the bias. That doesn't change the uniqueness of this fragrance. And not everyone will like this fragrance, but a lot more people seem to be coming around on it and appreciating it more as the years go on, which is why I have this pegged at number 2. It is from 4,160 Tuesdays. It is maxed out. This is from Maximilian Husler. Exactly. CK already knew. Shouts out to CK again. Happy belated birthday if they are fake, or she'll just move on from the sub. Exactly. But still, like, the thing is, we know that, you know what I'm saying, not in the know. We know that because we've experienced it. Some people who are just getting started, or just have that, looking at them with rose petal glasses, end up, seeing it. I like Over the Chocolate Shop. I'm assuming that's from 4,160. Is it? Let me know. Is that a YouTuber fragrance even? Let me know. I've unsubbed for most of the big people except Sebastian. Sebastian's cool. This fragrance, coconut, cannabis, musk, cumin, rum. It has like this like vanilla kind of accord with the coffee. Yeah. Okay. See, so I haven't tried any of. I've tried a few others that I did in the unAVERAGE barrel part 1, where Yaron Hill sent me some samples, and I got some when I bought another bottle of this. But this one is a YouTuber fragrance. I'm not sure if the other ones are. Comes in an array of sizes, decently priced, eau de parfum concentration. Sebastian is solid. And sorry, Cap, I know how you feel about it, but that's definitely why I won't recommend AWEIGH to you. Absolutely not. It smells like you just got hit in the head with a bunch of coconuts. Not going to do that. But this is good. It's a good fragrance. Again, I would not say this is going to be my first recommendation either. But of this lot for this video, this, in my opinion, is my second favorite. And a lot more people are appreciating this as the years go on. It's becoming more and more of a cult classic. You could still buy it. And it's an original concept, which for some reason these days, a lot of YouTube reviewers, not including the Zaharoffs, but they're like the Michael MALUL, the Navituses, they all smell like something else. This was a time when it wasn't a participation trophy to get an award, get a fragrance for being a YouTuber. Max Husler, now Forte, great job with Sarah McCartney. Great collaboration. Number 1, 5213, and then I'm going to open the floor to anyone who will want to come in. It is going to end up being one that actually was released this year, and it was just well done, executed. If I had one knock against it, why'd you make so little? Why? Smolder, Aaron Terrence Hughes. I get a lot of I'm out, y'all. Happy birthday. Pick up the kids. Be safe, Juan's. Check out Juan's channel again. Check out Juan's store, Fat Boy Fragrance Reviews. Thank you for helping me out. And getting these samples in a timely fashion, so this way I can make this video today. Which one is this one? I'm assuming, do you mean number 1, Mr. Clean? If so, it is Smolder. I have not tried any of that line. Smolder, SMOULDER, Stefan. This fragrance reminds me of a little bit more animalic version of Prada Amber Intense, which is a really good fragrance. Nyan. Third attempt of getting Thai. Good luck. I love Thai. Enjoy the curry. Red curry duck is probably my favorite Thai dish. Meant the last one. Oh, yes. This is a Smolder from Aaron Terrence Hughes and Fragmental. So it's 2 YouTubers even. But this fragrance has like this. I'm a fan of Smolder, but I know a lot of people will be put off because, yeah, exactly. A lot of people will be put off, but this actually, I've not gotten a bad comment about it compared to what I thought it would. I thought the incense, I thought the skin accord, if you will, the woodsiness of it was going to turn people off, but I guess they chose like the right blend of ingredients that it just works on me. Again, not a safe blind buy by any means. None of the 3 that I just listed was absolute guaranteed safe, but they are very unique in their own ways. They are original, like they're unique concepts. They're original, and really a lot of people have been coming around on them. What's your favorite buy from 2021? My favorite buy in general, or my favorite YouTuber buy? Let me know, Solano, and then I'll answer that in a second. Smolder, Aaron Terrence Hughes. Good, not great. Sorry, it is the best minus the kerosene fragrances that I have tried, like Copper Skies, Unknown Pleasures, Follow. Very good offerings that I do need to get those bottles into my collection. But at the end of the day, this is why you need just more reviewers who are more honest, because not every fragrance will be good, and everyone just saying everything is good is never good for the consumer in any capacity. Does that make sense? But this performs. It is pleasant. It doesn't smell as people say it smells like Interlude Man. In my opinion, Interlude Man is much more smoky and animalic than this being more clean. And like it smells like the incense sticks are there, but they haven't been fully lit yet. Exactly. I'm just speaking the truth. I gotta tell my unaverage thoughts exactly how they are. Thank you, Nigel. I appreciate it. Trying to get satay pumpkin red curry Thai. Yes. Haven't tried kerosene, but they seem to be priced fair. Yes. I mean, at the end of the day, Kerosene was the one who started it all, right? He's the one who came out with the fragrances first. He was the first YouTuber to do it. Props to Kerosene. Not saying all of his fragrances are a hit, but you're better off going with a house of Kerosene than you are the house of Navitus for YouTube reviewer fragrances. Love Unknown Pleasures. You see? Wish I ran into more truth when I first got started in fragrances. I'm sorry, especially since like I took a break at the time. I know it's things you can't control. I wish that would be the case for a lot of consumers, just in general, you know. But at the end of the day, that's why I'm here and I'm back now. And that is kind of really it for me. I mean, let me know, guys and girls, ladies, gentlemen, how was the video? Whether you're watching this right now in the chat or whether you're watching this, you know, later on after I stop going live. Let me know if you all want a part 2 of this. I may not do as many the next time. I may keep it instead of 14. I may limit it to 5 or 6. 6. I don't like odd numbers. Why am I saying 5 for? I I'll keep it to 5 or I'll keep it to 6. Jeez. A lot of people new into fragrances fall for those big subscribers. Yes, exactly. That's why I'm saying. Follow-up question. What do y'all do with dislike bottles in your collection? Cut your losses, throw them away. I've recently started to get more into decanting, which is why like I've hit up Juan to get a lot of samples from him. Just so this way I don't get burned with the whole bottle. But I have thrown a few, like physically thrown a few bottles away just because at the end of the day, if I can't enjoy it, I'm not going to give it to somebody else. And not because they may not enjoy it, but it's almost like if you're sick, don't go outside. You know what I'm saying? Don't cross contaminate. If I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to pass that off unless I know for a fact that that person actually did enjoy it. But I'm not just going to give it to the first person I see. It's people who buy reviewers' recommendations without testing prior. Yeah, but unfortunately, Nigel, they make it where you kind of have to buy the bottle, and then you're buying the bottle for almost $100, almost 200 pounds, or whatever cost conversions they are overseas. Have a guest on your next video. Well, I mean, essentially how I do my videos now, especially lives, unless it is like meant for me in them, like I do it and then towards the end I let people come on if they want to come on, which is why the link gets dropped. Um especially for a video like this, I don't, unless I know for a fact that they feel the exact same way, I don't want my thoughts and whatever to cross over on somebody else's initially when I'm explaining it, because I don't want people to start looping them together. I want it to be known these are my thoughts, my unaverage thoughts. Then if somebody else has something they got to say, they could click the link, come on, do whatever. But I'm not going to just necessarily, especially on a opinionated video like this that I know will rub some people the wrong way. I'm not just going to drag them into the fire with me. I'm going to go ahead and say what I got to say. Then if anybody else feels, then that'll be that. Uh
Yo, what up? What up?
what's up?
Not much, you.
Doing good, bro. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm alright. Now, the thing about blind buying, I wanted to say something. I
Mhm.
hate the same way too, because the bottles, you just get certain burnt out. You expect a certain thing, and once you get it and you don't like it, it's a major fail. I've bought so many bottles that I disliked, and sometimes you don't know what to do with them. It's like, damn, you just wasted money that you could have spent on something else.
Exactly. I mean, that's kind of it. And that's kind of why, like, more YouTubers actually need to make videos like this as a whole. You know, I mean, some will feel, oh, we're burning a bridge or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's not burning a bridge as long as you're honest and not coming with
Nah,
lots of vitriol.
no,
You know,
you're not burning a bridge because you're being honest. You could there's thousands of lots of YouTubers that get free bottles and they like it, you know, and a lot of them get backlash because okay, you like everything, but when they try it out, it's not. You know, that's why I always recommend try it for yourself, get samples, never buy a bottle because if you buy a bottle, you're spending what $200, $300, 150. And yeah, and that's kind of I'm kind of burned out right now. That's why I kind of stopped making videos because you know even with designers, I have nothing against designers, but back in the day, designers were straight fire. Now they're
right?
coming out with everything that smells like Invictus, Aventus, Baccarat Rouge, and so on and so on. You know?
Right. Really quick, I want to welcome both Solano and Yara here. Thank you both for stopping by. Hi, Yara.
Hi. Hey.
How are you? Hey. Hi.
Hey.
Hey,
Hello.
what's up,
Hey.
Yara? How are you doing?
Hey, Solano. We just wanted to say happy birthday. Yeah.
Thank you, Hills. Thank you, Yara. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Y'all doing okay?
Yeah, we're good. We're still on our drive trying to make our Thai food up. For the third time.
Hey.
For the third time today. Yeah. So yeah, we just we up and say happy birthday. And
Thank
we're
you.
enjoying your stream on our drive.
I appreciate it. I'm not gonna start crying because I don't have the Kleenex nearby, but I
Or
look ugly
just
crying
use your shirt.
on screen. No, I yeah, right. Just go ahead and just blow it right into my sleeve. Might as well.
Beautiful.
Uh, but nah, thank y'all. Seriously, it does mean a lot that y'all came, especially during the drive. That y'all stayed. I'm all warm and
Oh,
fuzzy
we love
now.
you too.
I love y'all too. But I'm looking forward
Well,
to the next collab that we do for sure.
oh yeah, us too. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm getting things together. So, um, but yeah,
All right. Well,
y'all enjoy the Thai food and everything, and I'll see
will
y'all
do.
soon.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye, Joe. Bye.
Bye, bye.
Yeah, so
Hey,
yeah. I mean, you got a pretty solid fan group. You know, want to come in and say happy birthday.
yeah, we're definitely a family for sure. You know, like I say, I'm the lone wolf, but I still got a pack. This is my pack right here. I got a wizard. That's not the wizard. That's the wizard. I got a wizard, a part of my pack. You know, I've got all types of amazing people, and I mean, that see, people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna burn the bridge." Like we said though, you're not gonna burn the bridges. People will appreciate it.
Nah, you're
The,
not gonna burn the bridges if you tell them the truth. You know,
exactly,
even if you hurt their feelings, remember the only thing in this world you got is your word and your balls. You know,
exactly.
and you can't break your word for nobody because at the end of the day, will they break their word for you?
Well said. Really well said. And I appreciate Wizard for stopping by with the happy birthday. I do have I know the Wizard is a nice Scotch whiskey drinker. I have a Macallan 46 that I may be opening up later after
Okay, so
my steak. Hmm?
what's your plans for tonight for your birthday? You going out?
No, I mean, I'm doing the dinner right now. A lot of my family's sick, so I'm doing the dinner, and just if there's somebody else streaming later on tonight, then I'll get on the stream. But lone wolf, but got a pack. I love you. Exactly. Lily knows. But no, I'm just going out for the dinner really quick. A lot of my family's sick and I won't be seeing a lot of them until later on in the week.
Yeah,
So
I know what I mean. It's crazy. Everybody's getting sick. It's just climate change, but that's a whole different story. Let's not get into that one. Uh,
yeah, let's not keep it on the up and up. You have a
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. I have a captain and a wizard. I mean, what else am I? And I have a lily. No Valley. You know, there's not much else that I could really ask for outside of that. I've got some cakes. I've got a cannoli. I've got a lot of people that I really do appreciate. I appreciate anyone who stops by. I appreciate you, Solano. You know what I'm
thank
saying?
you, thank you, thank you.
You've got a great channel. I enjoyed like the little switch up that you've done with the production so far. It's really, really good. So
Like I said, I'm just burned out right now. Like I stopped buying fragrances because everything's just like repetitive, and you don't know what
mm,
to expect anymore. Nobody wants
right
to step out. Nobody wants to step outside the box anymore.
at
There's
all.
only everything's similar to this, similar to that. So you're like, all right, I don't want to buy anything anymore. And then if I recommend it, it's like, yo, you told me to recommend it, and I'm like, nah, let me just, you know,
Right. Right, exactly. That's why like I said, more videos like this will help people. At least then they can't say they don't have some sort of information, right? Like by having videos like this, I've always thought, at least then people they can't say there's not there's absolutely not one video or videos of positive praising trash. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be. Yes, and I do have a doctor. That is very important to have a doctor with style. But I just appreciate everyone. I find it interesting people don't share the same opinions as me. Yeah, Nigel, I feel you and me
I'm,
definitely see a lot eye to
I mean,
eye.
yeah, it's good to have different opinions, and if you don't share the same opinion, that's not also a bad thing too.
Right.
I mean,
Definitely.
it's a lot. So I mean, that's just my big downfall with Fragcom. Like everything smells the same, and
Or smells like something else that
it
was
says or
just
something else.
released.
I know Duo is just released too, and it's just like it's over. Like I don't know what to
Yeah.
buy anymore. And even if I do know what to buy, I don't even need a fragrances anymore. I have fragrance for like 3 lifetimes.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, especially some people like our channels, we have so much already and we've spent so much, especially you have a hell of a collection with like the different niches and everything. You had like Unique and stuff in there. We are
Well,
allowed
unique.
to like different things.
I only have
Right.
like 2 unique A's, and even with that, it's an expensive brand. I would never buy another one unless I love it. And
Right.
I've only bought two. I bought Crush on Me, and I bought the one from Beverly Hills Perfume exclusive. That was dope. I get the compliments with that one.
Mhm.
And even with Byron became so expensive now.
Yeah, no, that's a whole nother one that, in my opinion, I guess this has nothing to do with YouTube fragrances, but in my opinion, Byron is not worth more than $140
It's
for
not.
a 50 ml. I know it's not anymore, but I'm saying like that was the price that it was then. I know they've put in better packaging, but that packaging does not justify the same fragrance, and the
No,
fragrance itself
cause
is good but not great.
Yeah, you're not Roja. You're not Roja. You're not higher end exclusives to be like that. And even with Killian, now that you bring up Killian, I think it's overrated. It's too much money, and I don't even. And I've only like a couple of them
Mm-hmm.
because I don't even like what they're bringing to the table anymore.
Right.
You
Right.
know, like
I
I'd rather buy perfumes to Marley than Killian.
and that's not, that's kind of a knock because Parfums de Marly's starting to become commercial in their own right. So it's all like
Exactly. Like yeah,
be
but like
one
yeah,
if everyone likes the
mm.
same
I
period.
mean,
Right.
I think the reason people are starting niche brands are starting to do that is because they're not selling anymore. Because you think about it, who really wants to buy a $200, $300 bottle?
Mm-hmm.
You know, who really wants to buy that? I mean, I buy it because I like it. But you go to a
Right.
common folk, they're like, nah, I don't want to buy it. I understand them. You know, they'd rather go to the Marshalls, they'd rather go to the Macy's and whatever other county department stores and buy it there.
Right.
I
Right.
understand. I understand
Yeah.
why.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's still our job as content creators to tell it like it is. Although not in the, I agree first of all with not in the know, CK and Nigel over here. A lot of what they are saying, um, everyone is allowed to have different opinions, like different things, which is kind of why I come around. It's like to show that other side. Everyone is allowed to have something else to say other than, oh, it's so great, because sometimes it's not. Oh, we lost Solano. So I'm just saying that at the end of the day, you are entitled. I hope that that's not coming off like I'm saying you can't have a different opinion. If anything, I'm justifying that everyone should have their own unaverage thoughts on all fragrances. And yeah, I try to keep the stream still like somewhat condensed, unless we're like going on and on, or I have a whole bunch of guests rotating in and out. So I do try to say what I have to say within the hour ish, 45 minutes to an hour. And I keep my reviews to about 7 minutes. Unfortunately, right now, I am in the middle of selling this camera for a Sony ZV-1 because this camera burns out way too quick when shooting in 4K, and I want to shoot in 4K. That's why I got this one. So this is the G7X Mark II. Good camera, but not worth the price in comparison to a ZV-1, which is much more YouTube vlogger friendly. Let's see what's going on in here. Uh, put this back down really quick. My limit on fragrances is 200. I have money to spend more. I cannot justify spending more than that. I completely understand that, Captain. Mine's is 3, but it's for basically the exact same reasons. You can have your own wrong opinion. Exactly. That's the great thing about it. Looks like Solano was kicked out. I'm not gonna go for too much longer because I do have to wrap this up. Ooh, I meant to hit. I I worded that poorly, but I rather think that is worth discussing rather than exactly. That's a fair and valid point. Yeah, Joe, it's definitely clear that you promote people having their own opinion, trying stuff. That's all it's about at the end of the day. That's all it's about. Everyone is entitled to their opinion without being crucified for it. That's how it should be. That's how it was back in the day when it was 2012. Joey, me, Hero, Drakdoc, Funkinator, Lewis is single. Shouts out to the City Messiah. We had personal opinions. We weren't getting paid for it. Nobody cared. They just want to know what we thought, what we felt. Tim Sweatkoff, Cubby, Katie Puckrick. It was about being original. Cutlass Supreme started a trend that still to this day is being used in the starting lineup rotations. You know what I'm saying? J.R. Ryder, Dan My Mickers, Rip the Mick. So Hey, not in the know. Take care. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. I appreciate everyone who has stopped by. Uh, but I do have to kind of get going. Again, thank you for the birthday wishes. Shouts out to Stefan. Also, great channel. Stefan Eats, Stefan Vlogs, Stefan Fragrance. Right there. Check his channel out. Great dude. And what's up, Joe? Shout outs. Yo, shouts out to you, bro. Man's amazing. He sings. There's nothing Stefan can't do. But no, I appreciate everyone who stopped by. Stefan, Floor Notes, Rudy, thank you. The other Stefan, Captain and Coke, not in the know. Solano, thank you. Nigel to Senseworth, Fatboy Fragrance, Making Sense, Taffy J, The Duck, The Wizard, The Doctor, Med Style, Blind Fury. Everyone really, it means a lot. CK, Mr. Clean, Caboose, any lurkers who might have been around. I still see you. I appreciate you too. Ken Shaving and BSing. Another great channel. Y'all need to check out for sure. And yeah, I'm just gonna take it easy really quick. Let's see what the rest of the day gets into. You may find me on another stream, you may not. Who knows? That's the beauty of being on average, Stacks also. Shouts out to Stacks. Can't forget Stacks. And thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes, for the super chats. It really means a lot. Shouts out to one. I am Joey Cannoli. Also, check out his channel. And yeah, without further ado, I'm out. Y'all take care. Have a good one.